Music plays an important role in spiritual worship. Each religion has their own way of celebrating their beliefs with different types of music. Recently, the Canisius College Video Institute visited with 3 different music groups of 3 different religious traditions to see how they celebrate their religion through song.
The jazz mass, a parishioner came to us and pitched it to us that why don't we have a jazz mass? We think people would like it. So I took it to the pastoral team and we talked about it and decided to give it a try. And the first week it was about divided. Half the people really liked it and half the people said, oh no, please warn me when that's going to happen again. So we started posting it and we picked a Saturday, always the second Saturday of the month, so it's predictable for people. There's some older people who come here on Saturdays so that they can choose a different liturgy if this doesn't appeal to them. But I think mostly our regulars still come, and we also draw in people from around the community that are interested in this style of music. The difference is that the style of music used is a little different, and we're very fortunate in the players that we have, Tim Wells and Mary Teresa Murphy, that they're very creative people. So they might do something more in a jazz style where they're making things up or doing little bits and pieces of things to stylize a song that you might find super familiar in one format, but they would stylize it to a more jazzy format.
We decided to put together a little something different, Tim and I. We called it a jazz mass. It's not always jazzy, but just a more contemporary feel to some of the standard hymns that are used in Catholic churches.
By request that I come and play. And so I agreed to do so, mostly because of the nice people here. We will play traditional church music with a jazz or pop feel to it, so that's the difference.
I think we pray through our music, through the song and through the piano. We really minister to folks.
All styles of music can celebrate God. Jazz is just one variety of the music available.
We add something a little special with our music because we do change it up a little bit, and I think Tim and I both really, he plays and I sing from my heart, and we really try to minister to folks through our music.
They seem to enjoy it. We've been doing this for a couple of years, and I've seen the congregation grow at the Saturday Mass. Hopefully it's partly because of the music.
I think they love it. I think they enjoy it. I think maybe at first it was a little different. It took some getting used to because it wasn't just, the standard church music, but I think they've grown to love it.
Ever since I've been a very small girl, I've been able to sing. So the voice that I have was given to me by a higher power, and I'm grateful for it. I was in musical productions at school, I was always in the choir, but one of the things that really took me into this path was the realization when I went to college where they wanted me to sing opera all the time. And I didn't want to sing opera. It had no meaning for me. I decided since I was a small girl that I was singing liturgical music, it's where I felt happy. I joined the choir at my temple, and I was a soloist, and I filled in for the cantor. And when I went up on the bema for the first time, this is called a bema, and the congregation afterwards said, "Wow, that's you." I said, "It is." And I realized that's where my calling was. I've had 5 years of seminary training. I chose to go to the Academy for Jewish Religion in Los Angeles, California. The Academy for Jewish Religion is a little different from other seminaries. It's not specifically just one branch of Judaism. It's a trans-denominational. In Judaism, we were exposed to all different branches of Judaism with our rabbinic colleagues, and we studied the Talmud, we studied the beginnings of the Bible, the ins and outs of Judaic law, all sorts of things, plus the different modes of cantorial work. And there's a lot of that. A lot of cantors are classically trained. I too am classically trained. I didn't get that part, but I was privately trained since I was 11. Never stopped. I'm not going to tell you how old I am now. Many years of private vocal training to stay healthy and to keep the voice going, right? It is what it is, but we have to, cantors do a lot. Rabbis do a lot of thinking and writing. Cantors do a lot of singing, studying of text, of melodies, of teaching, but we do a lot of the same things that rabbis do, plus. You don't leave a church or you don't leave a synagogue or any sort of place of worship really repeating over and over and having running in your mind words that a preacher or a rabbi might say. You might have an impact on your life from them, but you go out humming melodies. You go out with that thing that stuck with you, which is a melody that maybe spoke to you somehow, brought tears to your eyes, made you happy, made you angry. Maybe you know there's some sort of thing in a melody that really uplifts the soul, and you can relate to that. You sing in the shower, you sing while you're cooking, you sing when you're in your car. It's something. There's something healing about music that is important to the people who walk in here.
I've been with the Voices for 10 years, but I've always followed them. That's why I really wanted to join. They had a name, and I just like it. It was from different churches, Methodist churches. And I would follow them, I would listen to their music, and it just inspired me. And I just like the sound of their music. I sing in other choirs, but this choir I've been for 10 years, and I'm loving it. It's like a family. We only meet the last Monday of every month, but then we're glad to see each other because you've got a lot to talk about. And I just like the way it was put together. It's a voice from every church, every different church combined. It's a ministry. It's inspiration. Some songs, you know, it's just meant just for you because you're inspired. Maybe something has happened somewhere in your life down the road or at that very moment. And there's a certain song that will bring comfort, peace.
The Voice of Methodism has an opportunity to reach out to those who are helpless and homeless, those who are destitute and in need. And it has been our mission for 27 years to do benefits and to give to those who are in need. It's a way of showing God's love through music, and also with our caring and compassionate branch of ministry. I am a lead soloist in my local church and pianist at my local church, and this gave me the opportunity to just glorify the God at a higher and more in-depth range. And even though we are a small nucleus of what we used to be, the Lord is still using us in a very mighty and powerful way.